here's the big question. You're interested in value investing and valuing and evaluating businesses on a deep level, but you don't know how, even after researching for hours, probably dozens of hours, hundreds of hours on the internet, and because nobody else shows you how to do it. This podcast has all those answers and much more about value investing in finance. My name is Jason Rivera. Welcome to Value Investing in Your Car. Hey, Jason here. In this episode of Value Investing in Your Car, I'm going to do a book review of a fantastic historical nonfiction book. Before we get to that, I need to let you know that all Value Investing in Your Car episodes are now available for free on podcast platforms, all podcast platforms around the world. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, Anchor, Podcast Go, Podbean, you name it, and the podcast should be on there. You can listen and get great value investing education on the go now anywhere in the world for free. So, today I'm going to review this book right here. That was fantastic, but let me back up a little bit because this isn't a value investing or finance book. It's a historical nonfiction book. The reason I'm reading it is because I've been learning a lot lately about perseverance and leadership and how to perform well under pressure, those kind of things. So, and I'm a big history buff. I love history, historical nonfiction books, business histories. This isn't a business history, but anything kind of involving history, business history, that kind of stuff are some of my favorite books. So, I read this book, River of Doubt, Theodore Roosevelt's Darkest Journey by Candace Millard. Fantastic book about the before, during, and after of Theodore Roosevelt's darkest journey, I guess, his most perilous journey. That happened shortly after he lost his third presidential election campaign. He was, I guess, a bit depressed. It seemed like from the book. He'd always been adventurous and wanted to take on big challenges and big things. If you know anything about Theodore Roosevelt, not only was he a president of the United States, he was a colonel in the army during the Spanish-American War. He did an African safari before that was big, or before that was kind of commonplace. He went to the Badlands in South Dakota when Native Americans were still fighting white people, so it was very dangerous to do that. And I don't think it was even a state at that point; it was a territory. And this book chronicles his time after losing the presidential election, him kind of going through depression and trying to figure out what to do. And then the journey he does take is to go and map the River of Doubt in the Brazilian Amazon. Nobody had ever been down the full River of Doubt, and it was called the River of Doubt because nobody had ever traversed the whole thing, and also because it was notorious for killing people, as well because of the dangers, the bugs, the snakes, the lack of food, the diseases carried by the bugs, the Native American, South American, Amazonian Indians. I don't know what I don't remember what their actual tribe name was. I can't find it right now. But so we went on this journey, and I'm not going to ruin the story because it's a story kind of based historical nonfiction, and I don't want to ruin any of the story, but it's a fantastic story, first of all. It would be a fantastic story if it was fake, but it's even better because it's real. And it chronicles this journey of people going down the River of Doubt, what happened before that, their kind of preparations, who they signed up, why they signed up for this expedition, all those kind of things, provisions they took, to prepare, what they did kind of mentally to prepare, which for Theodore Roosevelt wasn't much. And the trials and tribulations they faced on the actual journey down the river of doubt, people losing their lives, dealing with the bugs and the snakes and the piranhas and uh, mutinies and all this stuff. It's a fantastic book. Again, I'm not going to ruin any of the story, but great story about leadership, perseverance, pushing yourself as far as you possibly can. In this case, they almost died, all of them. They almost starved to death. They almost, yeah. Again, I try not to say as much because it's a story-based kind of narrative, historical nonfiction book. So I don't want to ruin too much, but it's a fantastic book about perseverance. I'll leave it at that. Highly recommend it. Again, River of Doubt, Theodore Roosevelt's Darkest Journey by Candace Millard. Highly recommend it. Again, not necessarily in the finance, value investing arena, but fantastic book, again, about perseverance, leadership, pushing your limits, all those kind of things, exploring, doing great things, all that kind of stuff. So, highly recommend it. If you read it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to watch our other video series on YouTube as well. We have case study series. We have Free Training Friday series. We have this Value Investing Car series, which is also a podcast. We have My Thoughts series, and where I get value investing and finance education. And also remember, this coming Wednesday, January 23rd. Let me make sure that's the right date. Yes, January 23rd. There's a free live webinar, Owner's Earnings webinar. We'll go over everything on Owner's Earnings. You can sign up. There should be a link below to sign up for that free webinar. As well, I'm not going to release a replay unless you sign up for the webinar. So make sure you sign up. Again, I'm going to give you a ton of value, teach you everything you need to know about Owner's Earnings, show you how to calculate it, all that kind of stuff. For free, all you have to do is input your first name and email address at the link below, and you'll be signed up, and you'll be notified and reminded and all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible in that. I was trying to do it last year, but it was around the holidays, so it kind of blew up in my face if you saw the video about that. So look forward to see you there. Make sure to like, love, comment, share on this video. Let me know your thoughts on the book, The River of Doubt. If you've read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, what you thought about it. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.